In the fall of 1995, more than 150 million Americans stopped what they were doing to watch a single moment on live television. More people than had tuned in for the first day of the Gulf War. That moment was a verdict. O.J. Simpson, not guilty. 27 years later, another trial would beat that number without a single broadcast network behind it. 83.9 million hours of courtroom footage, streamed not on television, but on YouTube. This is the story of why millions of people now choose to watch a real trial unfold, gavel to gavel, over a crime drama built to imitate one. Start in 1991. A media lawyer named Stephen Brill launches a strange new cable channel with a one-sentence bet. People are always interested in true crime. He calls it Court TV. No actors, no scripts, just a static camera, a judge's bench, and whatever happens to unfold in front of it. Critics call it a gimmick. Then the O.J. Simpson trial happens, and Brill's bet pays off beyond anything he predicted. Inside the roughly 20 million American households that got both networks, Court TV's ratings for the Simpson trial don't just compete with CNN's, they double them. A channel built entirely around raw, unedited courtroom footage is outdrawing the biggest cable news operation in the country. And on verdict day, October 3rd, 1995, the audience explodes past cable altogether. Officers stop, classrooms pause, airport terminals crowd around mounted televisions. 150 million people, live, for a jury foreperson reading two words, not for a dramatization, not for a documentary made years later with actors reenacting the case, for the actual moment, happening in real time, with no script and no guaranteed ending. That's the thing crime dramas can never fully manufacture. Genuine uncertainty, real stakes, a jury that could, in that instant, say anything. Then the model goes quiet for a while. Cable consolidates. True crime moves into podcasts and streaming documentaries, packaged, narrated, edited into satisfying three-act structures. It works, but it's not the same raw thing Brill built in 1991. That changes again in 2022, in a courtroom in Fairfax County, Virginia, in front of Judge Penny Azkarat, the Depp versus Heard defamation trial. This is the modern turning point, not because the case itself is unprecedented, but because of where people go to watch it. Law and Crime's YouTube channel becomes the new Court TV. No cable subscription required, no schedule to catch. Content tied to the case pulls in nearly 1 billion views on that single channel. 2.3 million new subscribers join during the trial alone. On TikTok, videos under the hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp accumulate more than 18 billion views. On YouTube specifically, viewers rack up 83.9 million hours of streaming, not over one dramatic afternoon like the Simpson verdict, but compounding day after day, week after week, as the trial plays out live. After the verdict, Court TV itself sets a network viewership record, more than 500,000 viewers, the most since the channel relaunched in 2019, while its streaming viewership jumps 400%. So here's a common misconception worth correcting directly. None of this is a new TikTok-era invention. It feels new because of the platform, but the behavior, millions of ordinary people choosing an unscripted real courtroom over a fictional one, is a direct rerun of 1991 and 1995. The infrastructure changed, the appetite didn't. Which brings us to 2025 and Dedham, Massachusetts. The Karen Reed retrial, held at Norfolk Superior Court, presided over by Judge Beverly Cannon, becomes the next proof of concept. Court TV and Law and Crime run daily gavel-to-gavel live streams for the entire retrial. And the building itself matters here because it says something about how far this format has traveled. The Norfolk County Courthouse at 650 High Street in Dedham is not a sterile, modern glass box built for cameras. It's a National Historic Landmark, built in 1827, designed by architect Solomon Willard in the Greek Revival style, a white-columned, domed courthouse of brick and stone, the kind of building that has stood since before the Civil War. And now, that same 19th century courthouse streams live to millions of phones. Deliberations run roughly 21 hours before the jury returns its verdict. Acquittal. Viewers who followed daily didn't need a recap episode or a dramatized reenactment months later. They watched the actual argument in the actual room as it happened. Here's the second misconception worth clearing up. People assume cameras in courtrooms are now just standard, that any trial, anywhere, can be live-streamed if the public wants it badly enough. Not true. Camera access is still decided judge by judge, state by state. South Dakota and Mississippi, for instance, still quash essentially all media requests for cameras in their courtrooms. The Depp trial, the Karen Read trial, these happen to occur in jurisdictions and in front of judges willing to allow it. Millions watched not because the system guarantees access, but because, in these specific cases, it didn't say no. So why do people choose the real thing over the fictional one? Because a crime drama already knows its ending before it starts filming. A live stream doesn't. The jury in Dedham could have gone either way. The jury in 1995 could have gone either way. That unresolved tension, watched in real time with real witnesses and a real judge's gavel, is something no scripted courtroom drama, however well made, can actually reproduce. Court TV was built on that idea in 1991. YouTube and TikTok just proved it works at a scale Stephen Brill never had the infrastructure to reach. If you want to go deeper into how one specific trial became a global media event, the next episode of Justice Files breaks down exactly what happened, hour by hour, inside that Fairfax County courtroom. Until then, this has been Justice Files.